I told you, there's no damn money left.
Well, maybe there would be if you weren't in the bar with your friends all day.
I wasn't in the bar. I was out looking for a damn job.
Oh, sure. You're a drunk, just like your father.
What? Are you gonna stab me or something?
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Oh no. You didn't call anyone, did you? Tell me you just called Gran.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Police.
Go on inside. I have tea on the counter for you all.
Thanks for answering my call, Edna. I really didn't want the kids to have to spend a night in a foster home in another community.
How's my boy doing?
He's doing all right. The doctor figures they'll let him sleep it off at the hospital. I'm sure he'll be by tomorrow to see the kids when he's discharged.
He better not end up at the bar on his way over here or I'm gonna give him a whooping. I have a mind to give him a whooping anyways, the way he treats Marnie.
You've been charged with assault with a weapon.
But I didn't mean to.
Do you have a lawyer? If not, I suggest you hire one. If you can't afford one, apply for legal aid.
I don't have a lawyer. I've never been in trouble before. Do you know how my kids are?
Your bail hearing is today. Do you have any family or support to assist with your bail plan? If not, you may want to delay your bail hearing for a couple days so that your family members can travel to the court to help convince the judge that you should be released. This is a serious offense where the maximum jail sentence can range from 18 months to 10 years, depending on how the prosecutor decides to proceed with your charge.
I wonder how my kids are doing. I'm sure they're with James's mother. They better be with her. Oh, James, I hope he's all right.
Hey! 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 You should clean up around here. Gran!
I figured you'd need some help.
I'm trying, Mom. I really am. I haven't drunk anything since I got home from the hospital, but I'm struggling with the boys, trying to find a job, and the pain of not having Marnie around and not being able to see her. The RCMP won't allow any contact until the judge says otherwise.
This could be a wake-up call for you, my boy. Come now, let's pack up some stuff and go to my house. This place is too depressing without a mother around. Marnie, the boys are doing all right. They miss their mother. I didn't want them to see you like this. I hope that's okay.
I know. It's okay.
You just do what they tell you to do, and we'll get this all worked out, you know? Get through your bail hearing, apply for legal aid, and we'll go from there.
At the bail hearing, I was released on condition that I have no contact with James and the kids. At least until the trial, which is almost a year from now. What am I going to do without them?
So, Marnie, from what you've told me about James, he has a history of violence in his past and has been violent towards you. Why haven't you called the police before?
I guess I'm more scared of breaking up my family than I am of James. And he's a good guy when he's not drinking. He's great with the kids. You should see him with them.
Taking everything into account, I think your next step is to take responsibility by pleading guilty and asking the court to consider a Gladue Report. Do you know what a Gladue Report is?
No.
A Gladue Report gives equality to Indigenous people by taking away disadvantages. We want the judge to consider your unique background and the systemic factors that have created this situation. We also want them to think about culturally appropriate options and sentences other than jail. I want to stress, though, that this isn't a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Okay.
We'll apply to Legal Services Society, Legal Aid, to get a Gladue Report for you. The Gladue Report writer will work with you, your family, and community to create the report around your life circumstances. It takes around 8 weeks to write the report. How does that sound to you, Marnie?
Okay, I guess. I don't know.
All right. I'm going to contact legal aid and request a Gladue report.
Hi, Marnie. It's great to finally meet you. My name is Chloe.
Look, I'm not sure why you're here.
What we're doing is preparing a report on your life circumstances. I'll prepare the report. It's going to be a legal document. I need you to tell me your story. Give me as much detail as you can and tell me the truth. First of all, how are you holding up?
I'm not doing that well. I miss my boys. This house is depressing without them, and I'm bored. It's all I can do to not party to ease the boredom.
What did you do to pass the time before?
I'd get up with the kids in the morning and help them get ready for school. I always made their lunches and packed some extra food for their friends. My youngest isn't in school yet, so I spent a lot of time with him. I'd help at the daycare kitchen when they needed me, and sometimes I volunteered at the school kitchen as well.
Sounds busy. I know how that is. I have a daughter and a son. They've both moved out now, but when they lived at home, it was an all-day cook-a-thon. So, Marnie, I want you to know that some of the stuff we're going to talk about might be painful. Personally, I've been through some of it, and I want you to know that you can talk to me, an elder, a family member, or anyone else you feel is a support for you, okay?
You see, I never knew my parents. All I was able to find out from people and the social worker was that they went to residential school and they never came back.
Oh! Oh!
Well, they did come back, but not like the way they went in. When they got out of school, they both ended up on the streets. My mother was high when she delivered me. The social workers took me right then and there. I was moved from foster home to foster home. They became a blur after a while. They were all the same anyway. Nice at first, and then the hitting and touching started, either from the parents or the other kids. When I turned 16, I told myself, enough is enough. And I ran and ran and ran, and I ran until I met James, and that's how I ended up here.
I think that's enough for today, Marnie. Thank you so much for sharing your story so openly. I know that's hard.
If it will help me see my boys again, I don't mind.
We'll see you again soon, okay?
You know, I try to be a good mom for my kids. I try to be the mom I never had. I want them to grow up knowing their culture and who they are. I don't want them to feel as lost as I once did.
You've done a great job telling me your story over the past few weeks. I can tell your boys mean the world to you and that you love being a member of this community.
This community has embraced me. I don't know where I would be without it. I know I have some problems with James, but his mother has taken me in as her own daughter. I owe her everything.
I'm going to talk with James and his mother, and a few of the people around the community for more information for the report. Is that all right with you, Marnie? I think it's best if we have a complete picture of who you are here and what you mean to everyone.
Okay. If you see my boys, tell them I miss them very much.
Thank you for letting me into your home and for the tea, Edna. It's also good to finally meet you, James. As I mentioned on the phone, my name is Chloe, and I'm preparing the Gladue Report for Marnie. It's always a pleasure to have guests, especially ones who are helping out our Marnie. Edna, could you tell me a little bit about yourself? Where did you go to school? What has your life been like? I was in that same school with Marnie's parents. James's father was there too. Hell, we all were. Every kid from this community and whoever else was in the area. We all came out of there with our scars. My husband, James's father, he never recovered. Drank himself into an early grave. Me, I tried the booze for a bit, but it didn't work for me. The only thing that did was getting involved with our culture. I was fortunate that my parents were still strong and taught me lots when I came home. My husband? He was a violent man, and he managed to teach this one everything he knew. Ever since, I've been trying to raise my family in a good way, and the other families around me.
Violence has always been a part of my life. Most of my friends and cousins grew up in homes where abuse was a regular part of their world. It was a part of the world here too, until my father passed away. I've been trying, though, by spending time with my mom and some of the other elders. I haven't drunk since the incident, and I'm trying to get my anger under control.
He's been doing good. That Marnie, though, she doesn't have a violent bone in her body. She's been the role model of what a mother should be in this community, until that happened. She was so involved with the boys and all their friends. Well, she was always helping out at the school and sports and community events.
Marnie? Yeah, she's been around here since she was, what?
16. She must have been 16.
Very helpful young lady. Always bringing by... what's that she's always bringing by again?
Bannock and stew.
I finished the report and sent it to your lawyer, Marnie. She'll make sure that the Crown lawyer and judge receive a copy of it.
Thanks for everything, Chloe. I really appreciate it.
I want to see you break the cycle. You deserve to have clear skies in your future, too. Did you know that there are First Nations courts in some cities in BC?
What's a First Nations court?
Well, they're courts that take a restorative justice approach to sentencing. They'll work with you to make sure that sentencing benefits and heals you and the community. Sometimes people call them Gladue courts.
Just like the report you wrote?
Just like that.
Marnie, in light of the circumstances contained in the Gladue Report and the testimonials of your family and community members, I'm ordering a suspended sentence with 1 year of probation and a healing plan with the following terms. You are to complete 40 hours of community service where you will volunteer at the hot breakfast program at your children's school and spend time at the Elder Center cooking for them. I also want you and your husband to attend a respectful relationships course and healing sessions with the elders and knowledge keepers in your community. You are also to return to this court in 1 month for a review to see how you are doing with the healing plan. I promise to do what I can to be a better husband for you and the boys. I got a job as a janitor to help support us. Since it's night shifts, it's been keeping me out of trouble.
I'm gonna do my best as well. I'm glad we're all going home together.